Welcome back. I am going to go over properties in Notion today, and next week or soon, sometime, I will be doing a video on different properties, not different properties, on different databases, and that'll be important. That or I'll make a video on just the table database, maybe after the general one, and we're going to need to know these. So this is going to be a shorter one. Hopefully there's some timestamps here if I thought it was important enough. Otherwise, no timestamps. But anyways, on to properties. So here we have a page, and in order to show these off, we're going to do inline. Sometimes Notion changes its things. Inline table, that's what we want here. And we'll say prop examples. And so let's just make a bunch of properties. We can change these as we go. So we're just going to hit the plus sign for now. And we'll make this a full page, full width page. Might help a bit. We have tags. All right, there's quite a number of them, so we might need another table. For now, we'll just use these. So, and I'm showing all this. I know I could have set it up beforehand, but one of the reasons is if you're looking at a video for Notion properties, you probably are new to Notion, so going through this long, hard, arduous process to set it up in front of you will help see you how to kind of work with these things, how to change them. And so I'm doing a bit extra here. We'll do number there, and I should probably rename these. Notion recently made a change to how they handle properties. So if you can see, when I press one of these things and I hit edit property, this thing on the side pops up. It didn't used to be like that, and personally I liked it better the other way. I'm gonna put the select and the tags next to each other because it makes sense. But select. All right, that's what we got space for here, unless I make them smaller, but I really don't want to, so I'm not going to. So the first property we have, so you can see a little A there, but generally when we see that property, it's gonna, you'll see it here. That's the text property. When you make a table, it automatically will give you these A's and say name for naming whatever you're putting in the table. You can change it, of course, but that's what it does. It's just a basic default property that shows up. And then but it'll look like these lines over here on the screen when you have them anywhere else in the table. And so text is, well, text. You just write stuff in there. It's not a huge thing. Tags, you can use tags to sort or filter things, and we'll go over that in another video. But for now, we can say, if you are a student and you have different classes, we can say bio, physics, math, right? And so tags let you select multiple different properties or these tags. There's no really better way to explain them. Select is really similar to tabs. Actually, if I click on this one, will it give me the same ones? It won't. That's a bit depressing. A lot of times you can just, I can go here, edit property. I can change this to just select, and it's the same thing. I have all the same options that I just made. But what select does is it's basically the tags one. Actually, if you read the little property, it's actually called multi-select. But they select as tags, but you can only do one. So I can do bio or physics. I spelled it wrong, but yeah, or math, right? I can't select all of them. If I select one of them, the other one disappears. And so that's what select and tags, they're really the same thing, and it's a matter of organization. Honestly, you could just always use tags and it would be fine all the time. I could just hit X on all of these and have one, right? It doesn't matter, but they're both available. If you want to use them, you can. It's nice to have them both. Why not? A number, it does number things, and you can actually change the format. So if you hover over a number property, you can see this little 1, 2, 3 here, and you can see what it wants. So number with commas, I can type in 100000. That's 1 million or something, 10 million. It'll automatically put the commas. I can do US dollar. That'll make it a dollar. And if I do it US dollar, then if I put in any number at all, I just have to hit enter and it'll automatically format it for me. And so that's what number does. Again, not a very big thing. Then we have date. And so date does what you think it does. It gives you a date, and you can set these as many things. You can have it remind you on the day of event, 2 days before, 1 day before, a week before. You can add an end date if you want to, so you can that'll just add a nice little arrow for you right there. You can include the time if you want to include the time, and then you can format this date as well to just make it look different. So some people want the full date, which is, as you can see here, I pointed at my screen, May 26, 2022, or you can do month, day, year, so 05, 26, 22, and 2, that's when I'm recording, day, month, year, however you want to do it. Or I usually use this one, relative, so May 26, if I exit out, it actually gives me today, or if I do Friday, it'll say tomorrow, and I usually like that one when I'm using Notion and I'm setting up a table or something myself. My to-do list personally will use the relative format, and I just like the way that it's like, oh, next Wednesday or tomorrow or Thursday, Friday, rather than just giving me a date, which is kind of like, I generally don't know what day of the month it is, so it doesn't do anything. Person, you can see my other friend who's applied to this Notion. Person is it's more for like enterprises and businesses and such. If you have an organization, maybe if you have a class, I guess you could apply it there. But like, say that we have a task in this row for our bio class, which is also a physics class because I spelled it wrong, and it's $20, and it's 5 days ago. What we can do is we can actually just apply a person to that task, right? So we can assign a person. Like, that's an example of why you'd use this. Again, this is for businesses with multiple people in a workspace. If you're just a single person using Notion for your own to-do list, etc., you're not going to ever use this one. This doesn't really matter. Files and media is exactly what you would think it is. So choose a file. Do I have a file anywhere? That's the recording right now. Picture, yeah, I have a bunch of icons. Let's just throw one in there. So let's say upload. Here's an abacus icon, and it'll upload, and boom, there. That's actually kind of adorable. I've never used this in my life. This is pretty nice. Full screen, download the original, delete. You can add another one. You can embed a link too. So if we come here, what if we anchor.fm/seriouslyfunnypodcast. Embed link. There you go. Now that's shoved in there, which is pretty cool. However, we'll just, I don't know if this is next or not next, but where is it? We can skip down a little bit to, can I? Oh, yeah, there we go. It's not skipping completely, but there's another property called link, which is way more of a, it's an easier thing, right? So I'm actually not sure if it'll pick it up because it's not like a full proper formatted. Seriously funny podcast. It does. There we go. So if I click on it right there, it'll take me to where I want to go. And if I wanted to edit it, I can hit that little edit, that little pencil button right there. And also, if you want to make that stuff like, if you can see how it gets bigger, if I know what link is in there and it doesn't matter, then sometimes you don't want that link to like expand and take up so much space. And so what you can do is you can go here to layout and wrap all columns. And so that'll do that for you. You could also, like, if you don't want to wrap all the columns, so if you want some of them to wrap, so we can come back here, turn this back off. We can hit link, and we can just turn off specifically the wrap column for link. That's a table database thing, so maybe I shouldn't be doing that right now. And now I will make a cut so I can open up a bunch of new properties. So un momento. All right, the other few remaining actually aren't that many. You have a checkbox, so that is right there, and then email and phone. I'm pretty sure you can understand what email and phone do. You put an email in there, you put a phone in there. So if I do like bobby@gmail.com, there's a little add button to send email. This time clicking it will let me edit it. And then for a phone number, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. And so there's a call button, and clicking on it won't do anything. Link. I think did I already show you link? Do I have this here on extra? Yeah, I already showed you link. And then there's also Checkbox, which it's a box and you can check it. Pretty wild. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan too, honestly. But those are the other remaining more or less simple ones, and then I'm gonna quick go over some of these. So next we're gonna go into advanced ones, which is some of these are a bit rough. So by rough, I mean just a lot of options and possibilities and configurations. And so the first ones that we'll just go over, I'm not going to really actually look at them. Created time. So if I pick created time, it'll show me the time that it was made. We can go into it and where is it? Edit the property. We can. Oh, I can't change the. I never mind. I thought I was under the impression that you could change the format of the thing, but I guess you cannot. But yeah, created time is, well, you know, created time. Created by, that'll tell you who made it. Again, that's going to be way more for if you're an enterprise or something. Last edit time, and last edited by. All of those are pretty self-explanatory. And then relation and rollup. Those are a bit more new, and we'll talk about those last. But next we can do formula. And so formula, there's a ton of options here. And to show something we can do, we can take this formula, or we can make this a number. We can make this a number. There we go. 2 numbers. Here we go. Let's number 2. And then we'll say this is 4, 5, 6. And so what we can do with this one is we can say add number, comma, number 2. Oh, whoops. I need to put prop in front of them. And that will add the numbers, and then I can add another one on accident, right? So formulas let you do Boolean logic and kind of just random syntax. So if we look at it, we can see e, pi, true, false, right? If statements, add, subtract, multiply, divide, power, which is an exponent, mod, which is a remainder, unary, minus, unary, plus, not, and, or equal, your Boolean logic. And you can use these to do some pretty crazy things. There's another YouTuber that covers a lot of Notion things, Red Gregory. They offer a ton of like really cool stuff on the internet, and things like a reading meter that will change depending on how much of the book you've read. Obviously you have to put some inputs in, but it'll make some really nice stuff using the formulas, and you can go really, really crazy with these formulas. I honestly haven't gone that deep into them because I haven't needed to for anything, but this is an available option for things that if you want to code yourself or do yourself, you can do that. The next two are the newer ones that I've only recently seen. In all honesty, I looked up how to use them right now. And that is Rollups and relations. And so we're going to actually go ahead. We're going to come here and we're going to make a new page. Empty with icon. There's a plane there. Inline. This is a title. Inline table. We're going to make another one, and we're going to call this tasks. And then we'll come back here and let's call this projects. I'm kind of stealing Notion's example, but I'm sure they won't mind. What we'll do here is make 2 new things. So we'll do project 1, project 2, and those are 2 projects. We can delete half of these. So there's a project database. I'll probably cut to that. And now there's tasks. So we'll just say P1, so project 1, task 1. P1, task 2. And then we'll say P2, task 1. And then P2 for project 2, task 2. And now what we can do is we can change this property to a relation property. And what that will give us is I want to relate this to projects and show on projects. And what that will do, we'll come play with that in a moment, is that, oh, it didn't do it. Hold on. I didn't hit save. Let's see where to go. Relation. Where was it? It was projects. Show on projects. A related property on projects is going to be project tasks. That's what we're going to call it. And you can There we go. Add relation, boom, magical. And yeah, so that's what it'll do. And what will happen there is if I now go to properties, boom, project task. Pretty crazy. And so from here, I can say I can add the project task 1 and 2, or I can go on ahead to title, or to title. Oh yeah, because I named it title. And then I can hit here and I can attach, say, so this is project 2 task 1, I can attach it to project 2. And so from either way, I can go ahead and add it, did I say addict? Add it to where it needs to go. And so now it's related and I can find it all here in one place. Is this wrapped? I don't, yeah, let's make it so we can see that. And so that's what that'll do. And then there's Rollups. So we can get rid of this one because I don't think we need it. And so let's go back to our title and let's add just a number. Let's add a number and we'll call it time to finish. And we'll move it here. Time to finish in days. Just give it a unit. And so we'll say this is going to take 1 day, this is going to take 2 days, this is going to take 2.5 days, and this is going to take 1.5 days. And so what I can do with Rollup is if I come to properties, add, type, I want to add a Rollup. And so first we select a relation. And so we made a relation here. So project tasks are related to projects. And so we can go ahead and do that. And then property, we're going to find the property in our tasks database. And we're going to do time to finish. And what we want to do is I want to add that up. So I'll say sum. And that will give me, we can name it here, total time to finish, right? And we can finish days. Make that a bit bigger so you can see it. And that's what relations and rollups let you do. And so with that, that should be, if I am not mistaken, all of the databases available in Notion. They're all pretty basic. Relations, formulas, and rollups are a bit less basic, but overall, they're all pretty self-explanatory and pretty basic, and it's utilizing them in conjunction with the databases that makes Notion so powerful. And so we're going to go over that in a later video, probably the next one, because I still need to do research for other videos. But until then, that's going to be all. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Much love. Peace.